Hello, guys. My name is Jana. I will be today with you and welcome to today's live stream Billy the Kid Dating in Ukraine reality show. Today's episode is called Dating in Ukraine Now. Today we're going to look at Billy dating history, dating match guarantee ladies, and I will play his full Zoom date with Katerina. Here is our Billy Kid intro reel to bring up you speed on the backstory.
Again, I'm getting sucked right back in. So that was hard, especially with the first woman because I was really putting my whole heart in, 100%. Um, there was nights actually when I would sit and I would start to cry.
Prepare to be awestruck by one man's harrowing journey to find his soulmate in the far-flung reaches of Ukraine in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Taking him over 7,000 miles from home into a hostile war zone where he was bombed, beaten, and kidnapped. Billy Sheffield is a 53-year-old small business owner from Kingston, New York. Despite his Herculean efforts, he has yet to find his soulmate, and his bank account has taken a staggering $43,000 hit to the cause. Yet Billy is absolutely determined that his story, well, it doesn't end until he finds his Ukrainian bride. His spirit remains unbroken as he continues to share his captivating story with us here today. So get ready to be inspired by Billy's tale of unwavering persistence. Now, you can see all episodes in our series, Billy the Kid Dating in Ukraine, in the description below this video. Please be sure to like this video if you enjoyed this content, and subscribe so you won't miss any upcoming videos in our Billy the Kid Dating in Ukraine series.
So, guys, today we will watch this intra Zoom video date with Katerina, which was at December 24th, 2022, last year. And together we'll see what Billy did well and what he can do to improve future dates with sincere marriage minded Ukrainian ladies. So, let's start. Guys, this is full, like it was from the beginning till the end. I can see you guys in the chat. Hello, hello to all of you. Good evening from me. So let's start. I will do pause. I will show your comments. Please be active and also would be glad to your impressions and your recommendations, your suggestions, your opinion. You're welcome, guys. So let's start.
If you will need if you will need my help, for I'm here. Katya speaks English.
Okay, good.
In general.
Yeah, Red. I want to make her bigger in my screen. How do I make her bigger in my screen?
How you make bigger? Maybe if I disappear now.
Yeah, maybe when you disappear, I can enlarge her.
I try to disappear from.
Yeah, disappear from our date.
Make sure I not push anything that it stops. Okay, and now.
Let me see.
Okay.
I'm trying to put her in the middle. Oh, there I go. Oh, hi. Now I can see you much better. Sorry, I'm late. I was outside checking my mail, and one of my neighbors, she's an old elderly woman, she had slipped because we just had a bad storm. So she had fallen, so I helped her into her place. So my apologies for being a minute late. So you look very, very beautiful. Very nice to be talking with you. I love that you back. Really touched me and made me more eager to want to talk to you and communicate with you. I do have a little something for you. I tried in your letter, you had talked about the flowers that you liked, and I tried to get the flowers that you liked,
Guys, I will interrupt here a little bit. So, as you can see, from the beginning, we have bombarding of messages of speaking. He apologizes for being late. Okay, of course, you need to apologize if you late to the date, of course. Explained briefly enough. Okay, acceptable. He didn't let to the lady chance to give any reaction, to say something, to smile, to maybe to say something, to ask. Okay, next he given a compliment, which is good, like should be. This is must have, of course, when you have this first date, when you see with the lady and you want to bring a good impression. Of course, you need to do a compliment to a lady. So accepted, but he didn't wait for her reaction. He keep going, speaking.
But it's a holiday season around here, so getting like certain flowers, because our Christmas is on Sunday. So trying to get the flowers that you specifically liked, I tried, but I couldn't. But I got something that looks kind of like the first one that you told me. So I'm gonna go get them. I'm gonna bring them back, because if I was together with you, I would present you with these. But unfortunately, we're like this right now. But hopefully, in the future we can be together and I can do this for you, something special. So I'm just going to go run and get them. Hopefully they brighten your day and put more of a beautiful smile on your face. Hold on.
Катя, вам слышно нормально? Не прерывается?
Да, я все понимаю, слышно его хорошо.
Ну все, если вы его останавливаете, то у нас такой говорун чуть-чуть. Видите, быстро. Если что говорите, speak slowly.
Okay, guys, here is our Luba, our coach. She warning the lady, like, if you need to say something, please try to stop Billy because he like talking. So even coach giving these suggestions because sometimes it is impossible to say something, yeah. And she also explaining this to Billy, like, you should give a chance to lady. Speak slowly, please. She will understand you better.
Смотрите, подарок вам даже подготовили.
Пока я вижу... Ух ты! Просто когда вы говорите, видно только вас.
So I got the blue ones. See the blue?
Very nice.
Hey.
Super.
So these are for you. If we were together, I would be giving them to you. So I try to pass them through the screen. So these are for you.
Very nice.
Beautiful. And they smell good too. They smell very nice.
I trust you. Luba, every time when you are talking, I can't see William. Every time when your microphone is on, I can't see William.
Maybe now I turn off microphone.
Okay.
Try like this.
Are we good? You can see me?
Yeah. Now I see you.
Yeah. So you see all the pretty blue. I got the blue. The blue was the first flower you said. I can't pronounce the first one. How do you say it?
Eustoma.
Ostome. Yeah, I couldn't find those to save my life, but I looked it up on the internet and they looked blue, so that's why I got the blue flowers. And the pennies, something like that. Yeah, they didn't have those either, but they said they were kind of like roses. But then the girl said the blue would go nice with the white, so that's what they look like. And so
actually, pines have a very short period when they are blooming. Yeah, only in June, I think.
Yeah. So I tried, but so this was the best I could do. But I was thinking. Then while I was off there, they had. Let me try to fix myself so you can see me. They had a mug, and you're probably not going to be able to read what it says, but it says, "May all your wishes come true."
Guys, I really, really hope that this is just a similar cup, but not the same cup he bought to previous lady, which we saw the previous episode, because It's a little ridiculous to buy one cup for one person. It doesn't matter, one present for one person. And if he couldn't deliver that, to give the same present to another person. It is not appropriate. It's disrespectful. So I really hope that this is absolutely similar cup, but not the same. But I think it is not.
True. So hopefully I can bring this with me. Hopefully we can be together sometime. And that's my wish. So then I can hand this to you and maybe all our wishes come true. So I hold this. I feel a good strength between us right now, and hopefully our wishes come true. So I will save this. I'm putting it to the side, and we will see what happens in our future. So
I like big
that's my
cups.
present.
I drink tea and coffee only from big cups.
Yeah, that's a big cup. So you'll definitely be able to drink. I drink
Is it
more
heavy?
tea. No, not heavy at all. It's very, very good.
Oh, cool.
Not too heavy, but sturdy. It's sturdy. It would hold your coffee and tea. I drink more tea. I never liked the flavor of coffee. I don't know why. I just never
Oh,
my taste buds. Yeah, my taste buds never really liked it. I know like the world loves coffee, but I don't know. I like a nice hot cup of tea. So
what kind of tea do you like more?
just like regular black tea. I never experimented with other teas. I would like to maybe try some other teas, but I'm very simple. Just some black tea, a little bit of milk, a little bit of sugar especially on a cold day. Our
Oh,
weather
like in
here,
English style with
yeah,
milk?
like English style. Yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
My favorite is rooibos. It's a kind of herbal tea, I think. It's not green, not black.
Sounds healthy. It's probably healthy for you, right?
Yeah, I like it. It's sweet without sugar. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, how is the weather? You're in Germany, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't like climate here very much. It's a lot of cloudy days and rainy days, and yeah, it's pretty gray. But I'm in very beautiful city, but
Yeah,
the weather is not super nice.
yeah. I'm trying to remember. Was it Hamburg?
Yeah, it's Hamburg.
And what is that is it a bigger city? Like what bigger city might it be near?
I think it's pretty big city. It's a bit smaller than Kiev in population, but it's
Yeah.
yeah, pretty big also.
Yeah, it's big.
Mm.
That's big. Yeah. I live in a smaller city. I think my city, well, I live on the outskirts of the city, a little bit more in the country.
1 minute. I'm on call.
Do you live with somebody, family or a friend or
I live with two friends. Yeah, we found here one Deutsch guy who give us in rent two different rooms.
oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
You came with your friends? Did you come with any family or is it just the friends?
I came here with one my friend. It's a girl. We was working together. She also Taylor, and yeah, we was run together and
You ran
still.
together?
Yeah, it's
Um,
nice to have somebody with my language to talk with.
oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still have much family back in Ukraine?
Yeah, part of my family is in Ukraine, but my mom lives out of Ukraine many years, like 6 years already. So I was
Yeah.
very happy that she's not there and
Yes.
don't see everything from the center.
Yeah. And what city did you live in?
In Ukraine,
Yeah.
I lived in Kiev, in capital. So it
Oh,
So guys, you can see now Billy fixed the situation. He finally switched for this mode when he asking good questions, which are very appropriate for the beginning, of course. But at beginning of dialogue, before was a monologue, and he didn't give an opportunity to Katerina to speak. It was too much details. Also with the delivery of flowers and with the Meg. I understand his feelings. He wanted to present, he wanted to explain, but it looks heavy. It doesn't look attractive. So too much information. He didn't give her any opportunity to show her reaction to answer to him, to smile, to give some comment about his late, his flowers, his mac, his compliment. So nothing with that. And finally, I understand. Maybe he couldn't conquer emotions because it's a very boring process and moment when he don't know how to behave himself, don't know how to react. That is why for such kind of men, very important coaching to explain all those things to build from this kind of men, this sort of men, to ruin, to break this kind of communication and to teach them like students. Yes, guys, I'm glad to see you all. Thank you so much for coming. Juan Antonio, hello, good morning to you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, lovely lady Jana. Every day you're more beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm glad to see you. So let's continue.
Oh wow, yeah, you were in the big city. Yeah. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in
that's why I choose big city. It's a bit hard for me to live in small one.
Hello.
Yeah, my city's not that big. I'll admit. I mean, there's bigger cities around. New York City, the big city, because I live in the state of New York.
Mm.
New York City, the big, what they call the Big
Yeah,
Apple,
yeah.
the big city. I live
So
about
your
2 hours.
city is near with New York
Yeah,
City?
yeah,
Oh.
it's near New York City. I'm more north of New York City, about probably like 2 hours away. 2 hours by
Two
train or
hours
by
by
if I
car?
drive. Yeah, 2 hours by car. Yeah, it's close. I've been there
Mm.
many times. And there's other small, bigger cities, not millions of people, but my city has maybe like 100,000, 150,000 people. And then there's other bigger cities like 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away. If you like to, do like shopping and all that kind of stuff, there's all not that far away.
Mm.
But it's beautiful. I live in a beautiful area surrounded by mountains and rivers and lakes. And it's just a very beautiful area, especially in the fall, like autumn. It's like absolutely beautiful. But there's
Mm.
still, even in the city that I live in, it's not Kiev, it's not a big million-person city, but there's still, so
But actually, it was my comment when first time we did interview with Billy here on the channel. It was my thought. I said this because for me it's really strange to buy something for someone and you can't deliver. So we have nowadays flower delivery. He could order bouquet to the lady, but guys, as I told you, better to do this after first video date because to come on the video date, of course, it shows that you are a gentleman, that you are not greedy, genuine man, but you don't know your impressions yet. Better to do this after first call when you already know the lady and try to court her, and then it would accept it in a beautiful way with the good emotions, and especially with some stuff. So yeah, it's for me it is really weird. If the man will show me on the screen a mag or some other stuff, okay, I'm glad you have this stuff, but not me. It's not my present. I understand that this is like a hope for future to meet and to give these presents personally, but it didn't happen. So better to do step by step things, not to skip steps, also very important. So if you do such sort of things, you need to be absolutely confident that everything would happen in a right way, but it didn't. So better to do everything in time.
much to do in all the stores and the shops and all that stuff. So it's really beautiful.
But you live in
I
flat or in house?
I live in an apartment, a flat, I guess you would call it. I've lived in the same place for 26 years, the same exact
Wow.
place. Yeah, long time. I always wanted to buy a house, but I haven't been with a woman that I knew I was going to be with forever. So for me, living in a house by myself, it just didn't make sense for me, like just be in a
Yeah,
house by
yeah.
myself. And the few women that I had relationships with, I just didn't feel like in my heart that it was going to be forever. And I figured if I got a house with them, they would probably end up in the house and I'd end up, out of the house. That's just usually the way that it goes. So I just waiting for that one woman because I felt it would be so much more special to share that with the woman I knew I was going to be spending the rest of my life with, and hopefully she would feel the same way. And we would do it together, so she would know it was her home also, that we would build that home together. So
Yeah, I
that's
can
what,
understand this feeling.
yeah. So kind of just, waiting for that special moment to occur. But yeah, I would love to have a house and the, just be a family together in the house. It's always been my dream, but it just hasn't happened. We kind of, go through life and different experiences and kind of try to bring you to a certain point. So, and here I am with you today. I was actually in Ukraine. I was actually in Kiev before the war started. Yeah, before the war started. I was in Kiev for 4 or 5 days, and towards the end of February, just before the war started, probably like middle of February. Actually went to your opera house, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. I saw Swan Lake was playing the weekend, that the day that I was there. So I saw Swan Lake, which was, I've never been to an opera before, so it was quite the experience.
No, Rene, as for me, this is too much. 19 years, this is too much, but if the lady feel comfortable with that, so of course I am okay with that. So the choice up to every person. If people feel comfortable with 19 years age gap, that is great. If they really can cope this and don't admit this age gap, of course this is okay. If both of them are happy and really feel into each other. In general, it's not that usual. Usual, it causing problems. So it's not typical good level age gap. So as for me, this a little bit too much, and Billy should watch on more realistic choice of ladies, of course. This is my advice.
The city was beautiful. To me, I still feel it in my heart. I feel bad about everything that's happening in the country because I saw some other parts of the country. I walked on that bridge, that glass bridge that they tried to blow up, that I saw videos of. I was actually on that bridge. So all that still runs through my head. I walked on the bridge where everybody puts the locks, the lovers bridge or something it was called. I was on that, so that was interesting. But I thought it was beautiful. And then I was actually I was in Kherson. And literally, like you pretty much did, I was running for my life. It took me almost 4 days to get out in Poland. Went a lot. I spent some nights out in the cold. I got frostbite on my feet. It was a pretty bad experience trying to get out. So I kind of.
Guys, inside information from a girl. Don't deliver tough stories to ladies, especially at the beginning. It don't look attractive. He show all these details with a pity face. I understand that this is a huge damage to live, to experience these conditions. It was really horrible, terrible to experience this escape from Ukraine on the border, but it is not attractive. The lady should see in you sexy, potential, interesting, strong partner. She doesn't should feel sorry for you, pity for you. She don't need to protect you. You can deliver this story then when you become closer, and she will feel she will have some feelings and she want to take care about you, but not at the beginning. At the beginning, this is a red flag for a man. Don't show your weakness. He looks weak. Tell me, what do you think?
Know a little bit of what you went through and what your country's going through, and it tugs at my
why
heart.
did you came to Kiev? What was the reason?
Yeah. Well, Kiev was just mainly I came with 2 friends that I had made a previous trip to Ukraine in last November. I went on a tour and I made some friends, and so me and these 2 guys, we decided, hey, maybe we're going to start a tourism business because we love the country. So we wanted to bring other families over, maybe even some men, to see if they could find love in your country. The main reason why I first originally came to Ukraine was my niece, my stepsister's daughter, lived in Kiev for 2 years teaching English. She went to different schools and taught English. Yeah. and she knew I had been single for a while. And she said, listen, there's very beautiful, loving women in Ukraine. It's a good culture. You know, why don't you try? Maybe your love's over there. So I said, yeah, why not? You know, I've been single here for quite a few years, and I haven't found my forever love here. And who knows where it's going to be? You know, you
Yeah,
never know. So I said,
never
I'll give it a
know.
try. Yeah, you never know, right? So I came over and I just loved, you know, the country. I was in Nikolai.
Edward, the thing is not about money. Of course, money creating better opportunities, they are more attractive for people, and some people can um, choose their lifestyle, their condition of life, and appreciate this much more than true feelings. And don't want to cope any problems, especially financial problems and so on. But this is not about. It's a contract, right? It's not about feelings. So of course can be exception, guys. I glad to admit that in the chat you think that this is too big age gap, because a lot of men, they are not realistic. I can hear very often from foreign men, they think, I don't know why, that to take Ukrainian woman should be with a big age gap. I don't know why guys think this way. Usually it's not that practical, and especially I like this comment, need to think about the future, guys. For now, it can be okay. What would be in 10 years if you already have this 20 years age gap? What would be your life in 10 years? Your wife should still will be look young and young spirit and physically active. You will have this hormone changes, body changes, all this stuff. It's biology, nothing offensive here, just need to be realistic. If for some people that is okay, okay, if they are that much compatible that their priorities are in such a great match, that's okay. But anyway, need to be realistic for life in the future together. Is it be okay? Will it be okay?
For a while, I was in Odessa. Um, and then, you know, we said, well, I made friends. So I said, hey, why don't we try a tourism business? You know, it's a beautiful country. You know, we could bring people over, not just families, but men, and maybe help people out. So I had made friends with some local Ukrainians, and they're still friends with me today. I hired a couple of them to work for me, and we said, let's start in Kherson. I don't know if you've ever been to Kherson, but the mall there was absolutely beautiful. Now it's probably destroyed, unfortunately. But
Yeah, a lot
it
of
was a
things.
yeah, it was a beautiful area. And so we were there, and I had just rented an office, um, hired a few more workers in the area. I was going to hotels and restaurants trying to make relationships with people for the business. And my driver and security called me the morning that the bombing started and said, you know, we have to leave immediately because they're bombing the country, which was amazing to me because while I was there, everybody was acting like it wasn't going to happen, even though there was so many Russian troops around. Everybody said, no, don't worry, it's going to be fine. And then
That was
unfortunately,
really strange that international people who was even in tourism or in work in the Ukraine, they know that will happen, but Ukrainians doesn't know. A lot
yeah,
of us doesn't know.
everybody I was talking to in Ukraine, they're like, no, it's not going to happen. And then so we took a chance and we came, and you know, unfortunately, we got stuck. And like I said, you know, I saw a lot of the horrors. I saw things I haven't even talked to people about that it was terrible, especially trying to get across the border. There was so much. And I just felt bad for the women and children, especially because they were just, you know, but we can't change the past. Hopefully the future can get better. It's going to
Yeah,
take time, of course, but you know, we all look towards the future. Um, and you, when I received, like I said, I was going through the profiles and I saw yours, and it stood out. I just loved your eyes. When I was looking into your eyes, I just felt like this warmth that I just knew that you were some.
No, 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 Ellen. This is first. Previous episode was with other lady, and when they stopped their communication, they lost their communication. He started to speak with this lady Ekaterina. So this is very first video date with Ekaterina.
Somebody I was hoping would respond back to me and that I could talk to and get to know better. Um, so I would love to learn more about you, learn more about your life in Germany. Um, and just more about what your expectations are. I did read your letter, which was beautiful, and I love how you said about honesty, because honesty is so important for me, and in a relationship and building a relationship, I think honesty is so important.
Yeah.
The last woman I was with, I haven't been with a woman in 6 years. I've been single for 6 years. The last woman I was with, told me I was so amazing and so wonderful and all this stuff, and then she cheated on me. So I took time after that to kind of like wait, heal myself, because it's hurtful when somebody can.
Guys, I don't think that lady ever should know this kind of stories, especially on the first date. No need to speak such things. It is not looks attractive and too fast. And again, Billy shows his weak sides, his tough stories. He ruining his masculinity by his own hands.
Do such a thing. I never thought that could actually happen to me. Um, so that's where honesty comes into play. Like, I believe in total being honest and open and sharing, because if you're sharing of yourself and the person is sharing back, and that connection can be amazing. So that's what I liked about your letter also, is that you're a very honest person. So that's very important.
Yeah, I am sometimes too much, maybe.
No, sometimes, it's good though. Sometimes why hold back? You try to be honest and open, and hopefully the person, whoever you're talking to, is accepting of it. Sometimes people don't like the honesty that they're hearing, but it's always good. So more about you and your life in Germany. I would love to hear more about how you're feeling. How long have you been in Germany, and what you do now while you're in Germany? To explain a little bit more about your life there.
Yeah, I came at March. We came at March here, and firstly, we actually already last 12 years I'm in dancing community in Kiev, and this is pretty huge community all over the world. Also in Hamburg, they have a big part. So we wrote there that, hi guys, we are from Ukraine. We are here now. If you have some information, somebody can rent a room or something, please contact us. And they were so friendly. They help us a lot. They give us clothes, shoes, even dancing shoes. It was so
Oh,
important for
wow.
me. Yeah, because it's nice for soul, for spend the time and make your mind clean when you're just
Yeah.
dancing. It's I dance Latin social dancing. It's like salsa, bachata, kizomba. Maybe you heard about this. Have you ever tried?
Yeah. No, I
No.
like to dance, but I've never did that dancing. But that's great to hear that you do that, because I've always wanted to learn different styles of dancing. I mean, I can
That's
go out,
very
I can.
interesting. Yeah, but it's dancing in couple, and man is leading. So I don't know steps of man. I am only following. But
Oh,
yeah,
well,
it's
I'm
very
gonna.
interesting lifestyle, I think. And my
Yeah,
small atelier in Kiev, we was making costumes for dancing shows. So I am deep there, and I'm good master for in Kiev. Also, some girls from Odessa ordered costumes for them. So it was very nice times, and um, so they help us a lot here, and we found friend by friend by friend some guy who given rent rooms. So we fixed
yeah,
here, and there is no date of end, like we need to leave till something. Yeah, we
yeah.
here
You can
until we
stay.
need this.
Yeah,
That's
that's
very
really good.
cool, because Hamburg is hard to find a room or place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're in a safe and a warm area, and you're with friends. That's the most
Yeah,
important thing. At least you know some people.
yeah, it's nice to find new friends from the same interests, hobbies. Yeah, and also I have already a lot of gifts from Germans. One girl gave me a sewing machine, one overlock, so I have something that I can change clothes for myself, or do something when I have a mood. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we
That's really
start
good.
3 months is already. We start integrational courses, so I'm studying Deutsch, and then we have to start to work here.
Yeah.
And
Guys, yeah, I want to pay attention to this comment. And this is very true. From our ladies' perspective, we really want to see a very masculine and strong man next to us. Of course, you can have some weak sides, and you can show this to your partner, to your soulmate. Here, there are exceptions. Exceptions can be later when she already feel to you, when you have strong deep connection, when you stay in certain relations, and she do worry at all things about you. But when a lady just want to get no information about you, she creating her opinion, creating her feelings, it is not attractive to show your weak side. She must be able to see you as a rock for her. Exactly, so that is what attractive, what why the lady should find a partner, why she should agree for somebody who is vulnerable, who is weak, who is like damaged after cheating, after this Ukrainian war story with the border. So it is very bad impression, because what I could hear if I was on the place of Ekaterina, is that this man has problems, and he's not okay for relations. It is not good moment for him to find somebody, because he has problems in his life. He has shock after being at Ukraine when the war started. He not okay after cheating story. So shouldn't be. You're showing her you are the weak man, correct dude. Yeah, exactly.
in April, so till April I should be here, and it's pretty complicated. Even live the city, I can't. If I leave the city, not country, city, I need
Yeah.
to inform 3 weeks before my job center, because they are paying for our room rent, and
Yeah.
they are paying some pocket money for food enough. So Germany
So,
really carry a lot refugees.
yeah.
They know how to
So
do
you
it.
can't leave your city. You have to stay there, or you have to notify them that you're leaving.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah. Well, at least you live
like
in at least it's a bigger
very nice
city.
prison.
Yeah. Nice prison. That's, but at least you're safe. I mean, that's the most important thing. And at least you have friends and you're making friends. And so,
Yeah, pretty friendly community, and yeah, people around helps a lot. They give us bed, some stuff for a room. Yeah, it was very
and
nice and
where
friendly.
your mother, you said, has been out of Ukraine for 6 years. Where does she live?
She live in Albania.
Albania?
Yeah,
Yeah. Is she there alone, or is she married, or
with my grandma, and they like, so that climate is better for their health, so they choose
yeah.
it warm. Sea is near. I like.
Renee, the interpreter doesn't need to interrupt if the lady speaks her English by herself and doesn't need a help. If the interpreter will interrupt, it will ruin chemistry. So no need to help when the help is no need. So the translator, interpreter, she just took off her camera and muted her microphone, and it creates opportunity for couple to speak one-on-one without ruining this potential spark which can appear about with exciting communication, if it can happen, because third person, it's always distraction and confusion. So they will feel shy, and they don't need this if she can understand him clearly. So the interpreter exists in the studio but on the background and can hear everything but don't interrupt him. Okay, so it should be this way.
To visit them at least one in a year, or sometimes more often if I have a time. And
Yeah. That's good. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
yeah, actually today evening my brother will come to visit me, and he then leave to New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand, and he's coming to see you today.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he will come at 9. Yeah.
From New Zealand. That's pretty far.
No. He came from Ukraine. He visited my mom already and came to me, and then he will leave to New Zealand. He have a visa with his new wife.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. How old is your brother?
30.
30. And he's moving to New Zealand. That's like the other end of the world.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm pretty nervous because I don't know when I will see him again. It's so far away and so complicated to get there.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for our meeting.
Yeah.
Mm, and network gaming. Uh, Guys, do this comment because this is the very first introductory video date, and it is not appropriate to bring this kind of information. It really makes a man weak, such opinion it creates. No need to speak about this. We're trying to give these good advices which will help you to look attractive in women's eyes. So maybe he is not weak, but it looks weak when you deliver on the first date all these troubles about war, escaping with the war from the country, about cheating, about that you was single during many years. It doesn't look attractive for a man. And why this reality show? To explain you, to show you what women like, at least Ukrainian women, what they like, what they found attractive, and what they don't. So everything you need is just accept or not to accept this information.
Well, at least you have video, right? You can still talk on the video, so that always makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, really. I never have been. Have you ever been to New Zealand?
No,
No.
I never.
But you wrote that you like traveling. Yeah.
I love to travel, but I haven't done a lot of traveling because I'm looking for a woman that wants to do some traveling. For me, I think it's better to travel with somebody you care about, and to share the experience so that I'm not only seeing through my eyes, but I want to see it through the woman's eyes that I'm with to see how she's experiencing it also. For me, it's always the woman's experience. I'm always trying to make the person in my life happy. So the more that happiness we can share together, it just makes me, that much better. I've traveled around
I can
America.
understand that.
Yeah, and
when you can share this feeling of that you see.
Yeah.
And what about your friends? Did you travel with your friends ever?
No, I've traveled around America, some my own country. I do medical courier work, and I've did transportation work for many years. But now I work more local in the medical courier. We pick up blood and specimens from hospitals and doctors' offices, and even animal hospitals, and we ship to labs. And I have 7 people that work for me. So for me, I'm a giver. I love to help people. So that's why I love what I do. And I've driven up and down I live on the East Coast of America, of course, since I'm in New York. So I've traveled a little bit.
But only in USA, you didn't cross the ocean to see
I came to Ukraine twice. Twice. Yeah, I did that. I saw a little bit of Poland because when I left Ukraine, I was in Poland for 4 or 5 days in Warsaw. I had to get help for my feet because I had frostbite on my feet, so they helped me there. Then I was only in Germany in the airport. I was in Frankfurt at the airport, and that's it. That's my European experience. It was Ukraine, a little bit of Poland, and the airport in Germany. I've been in the Caribbean. I've been on some ocean cruises, on those big boats, the big cruises,
I did it too.
which I enjoy. So I've been in the Caribbean. I've been to Bermuda, which is an absolutely beautiful island. I would love to go back there again. But I do want to see more of Europe, and that's part of what I'm looking forward to with having a special woman in my life, because there are certain countries that I do want to see. Ireland is on the top of my list of places I want to go, just because it looks so beautiful.
Which one?
Ireland.
Ireland?
It's
What
by
is it?
England. It's kind of like England and
Ah,
Ireland.
England.
Yeah, it's like part of
Oh,
England, but it's like separate, like a little island, Ireland. And they
mhm.
have beautiful castles and just beautiful, just so beautiful. It looks beautiful. Germany. I'm looking forward to coming to Germany to see. Maybe I come see this beautiful woman that's there in Germany. Maybe, hopefully. Um, I have very distant relatives that live in the German Alps. I'm not sure what little city. My mom's parents actually were born in Germany. Um,
Oh,
yeah, so I'm looking forward to coming to Germany and seeing different parts of Germany. Um, that that's something special, but just different cultures. I love learning, and again, with a special woman, it's going to be much better. You know, I could have done traveling, by myself or with a friend, but I have this yearning inside of me to be with this one woman that I know is just by my side, and we're just growing together and we're experiencing life together. And that's what I've been hoping for and looking for. And that's why I've stayed single, because I feel in life we shouldn't settle for anything less than what we know we need and what we deserve. And to have that connection with somebody that no matter what, even if it's a bad day, I'm a hopeless romantic. I feel like even on a bad day, I want to fall more in love with the person I'm with. I feel like if you can just be, even on the bad day where maybe somebody's having a bad day, and you can just still help that person and just love each other more, that's how I want the relationship to be. That's my
I
dream.
understand this feeling because I was married 8 years, but unfortunately we had no children. But yeah, it's interesting when you fall in love with your husband many years during your life together. It's really goes deeper and deeper, and you can't
Yeah.
feel the same when you are just dating with each other but don't live together. It's different emotions, feelings. Yeah.
And how long have you been away from your husband? Like, how long have you been single, even from a
Uh,
relationship?
I when Corona starts, I can't calculate the years
Yeah,
because
about 2 years, a little over 2, 3 years.
yeah, we divorced 3 months before Corona starts, so it's already 2 years. Yes, 3 years nearly.
Yeah.
Like this. Yeah.
Did you have a relationship after him, or just nothing special?
Yeah, I had in Kiev a few relationships, but yeah, they finished nearly before war started. And but we are in good mood to each other, and
Yeah.
I try to help them. And also with my ex-husband we are good friends still, because when you have feelings alone many years, you can become only good friends, you can't become
Yeah.
enemies. I don't know how to broke with people totally, because anyway we are friends with a lot of my ex. Like it's like very honest friendship, when you don't need to play something, when you don't need to lie, because you already know each other.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I
Mhm.
was I was married once, but a long time ago. I was married, but for 5 years. And
Mhm.
kind of like you, like we stayed friends. I have one daughter.
Oh,
So it made it easier
yeah, you
to,
wrote.
yeah, so it made it easier, to stay friends after we got divorced, raising the daughter. And I don't like having animosity. Even the woman that cheated on me, the last one I was with, it hurt, and I don't talk to her, of course, anymore, but I don't try to hold animosity towards anybody. Uh, just try to take something from every experience. Um, after I got divorced, I was single, and then I dated a little bit. And I had a few serious relationships over the years. But my ex-wife, she married, like met a man, got married like right away, and I actually went to her wedding when she got remarried. I was happy for her. I'm like, I think everybody deserves happiness,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
no, and they're still married to this day. So, I'm happy for
Mm.
them.
Yeah, my
So
ex-husband also married this summer a new girl, so yeah.
yeah,
And he like we meet with her also, so yeah,
yeah.
it's nice.
Yeah, it makes it easier. And you know, so see, we actually are thinking the same way. I like that.
Okay,
I'll throw
exactly.
into the conversation right now that I feel really comfortable talking to you. It's
Yeah,
very
me too.
enjoyable. It's
Tell
it's
me more about your hobbies.
things I love to do. The one thing I love the most, I've always loved dogs. I've had a dog since I was a little boy, and I have a dog now who is absolutely my best friend. Her name's Leah. She's a collie. She just I had a dog for quite a few years and she died. I had to put her to sleep and it was very hurtful. So I went for a couple of months where I was depressed because she was like my best friend. I came home, my dog was there. You know, when you don't have anybody, you know, it's kind of nice. It's with an animal, it's like unconditional love. All they want is to love you and to receive love, and it's amazing. So I went to an animal shelter. I decided it was time to get another dog, and I went to the animal shelter, and I thought I wanted a German Shepherd. I'm like, oh, I always wanted a German Shepherd since I was a kid. You know, great dog. I found one there, and I started trying to bond with her. Hold on one second.
Oh,
Nope. Christmas presents for she's leaving Christmas presents so her family doesn't see them. Sorry,
oh,
but you did hear my dog, so I can actually introduce you to my dog. Come here, Leah.
yeah.
This is my dog. Oh, let's see if you can see her here. This is
Oh,
Miss
so
Leah.
beautiful.
That's Leah. Give her a little profile view.
Hello.
Hi. See, she's beautiful. She's a collie.
Right.
Like I don't know if you ever heard of like Lassie, like a collie. Um, that's the breed that she's in. So there she is. She's beautiful. All right, good. You're yawning,
Yeah.
okay? So I that's my baby. That's my I love her.
That's cool.
But when I rescued her from the animal shelter, but when I went there, I thought I was going for a German Shepherd, and uh, it wasn't a good feeling. So they said, "Well, come back, you know, on the weekend and try again." So I went back on the weekend, but the dog was out at some event or something. So they said, "Well, we just got some other animals that maybe you would like to see." So I saw Leah and I took her out and she just was like, just a love. You know, she was all over me, just loving on me. And I guess they just dropped her off. She actually didn't even have hair on her back. She had a lot of fleas. They treated her really bad. They were using her for breeding other puppies. And then when they were done with her, they just like threw her out, which amazed me because she's such a loving, beautiful animal. So I I said, sometimes things are meant to be, you know, like I went thinking I wanted one thing and it turned it out, you know, I needed something else. And so I ended up with her. So that's my one thing I love as a hobby to do. I love taking her for walks. I love, especially at night, I'm big. I love the stars and the moon and the sky at night. So where I live, I can walk outside and see it's not like very bright, and I can see all the stars and the moon, and you know, it's very relaxing. And I like taking her for walks and hiking. Um, I like stuff like that. Hobby wise, I work. You know, I've been working quite a bit. Um, I love watching movies, different types of movies. Whether it's sometimes I like a scary movie. You know, I like to just feel more of a thriller, not like gore or anything like that. But I like to be on the edge of my seat, like, oh my god, like what's gonna happen next? I like romantic movies. Like around this time of the year, there's a lot of you know, holiday romantic movies. But then it always makes me like, oh, I want that. You know, like sometimes when we see on TV and you see a romance building, I'm like, oh man, I want that. You know, why can't that happen for me? I want that. So I love that. If I'm with a woman, in a relationship, I love going out places, going for rides, and going to find new places to explore, go shop to different shops and different restaurants. I love cuddling and watching movies if I'm with a woman, having romantic dinners, whether we cook them at home together or we go out. I do like to go dancing too. I haven't done it in a long time. Just regular dancing, but I would love to learn. Like you said, you do some of that dancing. I would love to, maybe if me and you were together one day, take classes together and learn. I would love to learn how to do, different types of dancing. Just things like that. And
It's hard to be with your partner when he's studying, because when I'm already 12 years in this and I'm
well,
pretty
see, now
good
you're ahead of
dancer.
me. Well,
Yeah,
I'll
I
sneak.
don't need classes. I visit festivals all over the world, and it's really a nice lifestyle and interesting, because you meet a lot of new people, and every new dance, it's a new world with a new human, and it's so nice,
So what do I
enjoyable.
have to do? I have to sneak and take dancing lessons first.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to see some of your moves though. You can show me some of your moves so then I can learn, and then I'll take some.
Rwanda, hello to you. Anastasia, as I know, this is a very scam site, and if the lady uh, text you first, this is red flag number one, because Ukrainian lady will not approach men. I think you should watch our channel, our videos, and check also scam sites, because when you will be warned in time, you will not spend a lot of time and money for disappointment, for empty hopes, and for cheating. So be careful, guy.
Lessons.
Mm.
What's your favorite kind of dance? Like, what do you have? Like a favorite?
Actually, my favorite is because salsa, it's a Cuban dance, but
Yeah.
it also have European stylish. So my favorite is LA style. It's Los Angeles style of salsa.
Yeah.
So you are pretty near. You should go and find classes there. Yeah,
Yeah.
and New York style are also good. But I
Yeah.
don't dance Cuban salsa. It's different. It's because that oops, it's I don't know. It's right that much currently entered the waiting room. What is the waiting room? I
I
don't know.
don't know. I see you good.
Oh, okay. Somebody joined us. Hello. um, because European salsa style, it's
Yes, Tommy, this is very nice and important question, of course, for every person, especially adult person. I understand that every one of us working maybe not has that much time, but person without interests never can be attractive, and it creates neediness. If you don't have anything interesting in your life and you single, you feel lonely and desperate, this is create neediness. And that is nice that she asked that question, and of course every lady wish to hear something interesting, at least gym or some, I don't know, books, photography, motorcycles, bicycles, cars, horses, anything, skiing, anything, plenty of different interesting things we have around us. And man looks much more attractive for women when he has this interest, these zones of areas, when he good at something, when he can teach also, and tell some interesting stories, occasions, share his experience, maybe get his woman into his interest. It's really nice and attractive, and it's a very pity when the man doesn't have.
more intelligent with on its
Yeah.
dancing in dresses with heels with nice moves with solo dancing of girls.
Yeah.
But Cuban styles dancing in all jeans with sneakers,
Oh wow.
more casual
Gonna,
than elegant. Yeah, I
I'm
like more
definitely gonna,
elegant style.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna do some investigating and see if I can learn some of this dancing. But I like regular dancing, you know, going out dancing normal. I love slow dancing. If you're in, you know, in a romance, you know, lighting candles, even if it's just dancing in the living room together, just anything romantic, I love.
Yeah, Zen bachata you will like definitely. It's very romantic and in close positions. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe you should search this
yeah.
lifestyle in nearest cities with you.
Well, they could even, there might even be dance classes in my city or close by. I don't know. I've never looked into it before, but now I'll have a reason so that I can keep up with you, because it sounds like you said you're 12 years ahead of me. So, you know, but definitely I look forward to dancing. You know, it's nice. So you like to dance, but what else do you like to do? Like, what other types of things do you like to do?
Um, uh, as my tailoring become a job, then I start to draw. I was studying 3 years in drawing school, and I can draw in oil. Mostly I like oil. I don't draw in watercolors. It's
Yeah.
too hard for me because they flow away, but I like to control the picture, control the colors that I work in it. So yeah, here I sent to me from Ukraine some of my clothes finally and my paintings, so I can draw here also. And yeah, it's also some kind of meditation for me
Yeah, oh,
when
sure. It's probably relaxing. Yeah.
yeah, when you close your mind and to think only about colors,
What
it's
you're
nice.
doing. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I was never. I could probably do like the paint by numbers. I'd probably be okay with that. But like trying to actually paint like a picture, forget about it. Like I was terrible in art class. I was so bad in art class. Like when I was a kid, I would talk to my friends, and then the teacher would make me take my desk out into the hall and sit by myself, because I would prefer talking to my friends and figure out how to draw and paint and all that stuff. But paint by numbers I used to like to do. And I did some other stuff that a little bit more easier. But yeah, that's
So
good though
you
that
were very talkative all your life, yeah?
yeah, yeah, loves to talk. And I'm trying like not to talk so much because I want to hear.
Yeah, even the lady could say straightforward that he's talkative during his life. Yes, and can see their conversation in a positive flow. They both need more uh, conversation to grow their relationship if Katerina decide to go further. As you know, by our first interview with Billy, Billy and Katerina also exchanged their contacts, but then they stopped communication. And then I will show you, if I still have here this information, what the lady said, which way she explained why they stopped their communication. So now, as you can see, even with all these tough stories, all these weak sides which he already showed, with all the interruptions, with all this talkative manner. Anyway, she trying to be in friendly, trying to understand him, trying to give a chance. So different ladies, different opinion, impression, different also preferences which she would want to find in her man. So some things could be attractive for this lady, but then of course when it comes like a snowball, it ruin all the good impressions what she could see before. Okay, let's continue watching.
About you and your life, so kind of like toning it down. But yeah, I definitely love talk and communication, and especially in a relationship. I think the more you talk and the more you communicate, you know, you want to have that flow going back and forth with each other. Um, yeah, I think that's very important.
Yeah, that's true. And do you have friends in your city?
Yeah, I have some friends. I work a lot though. I've been working a lot right now. So as I got older, like people got family. They everybody got married, got their own families. People moved away. So some of my closer friends, they all like moved away to different.
Guys, also, this is for ladies. No hobbies, no friends, no woman for a long time. It's like coming in a puzzle which is not attractive. So, a man who should be confident, it doesn't mean that he should have one bestie and go outside every day. But anyway, every kind of person should have a friend. It shows personal qualities. Even if your friends already settled down, they have family, you can be invited to, like a guest to their family sometimes. You can anyway find time to meet with them. So it looks very needy. When you don't have friends, don't have interests, work a lot, but at the same time, too much free time to communicate all the time, sending messages.
Areas. So I have friends that I work with and, stuff like that. But as friends for going out, hanging out and stuff like that, I don't do that very often because I've been focusing a lot on my work. Um, it's what I enjoy. And my daughter, who you just saw, well, I don't know if you saw her, she popped in the door. She lives on the same street as me. She's married. She's been married for 10 years now. And so her family, she lives right on the same street. So I see her and her family all the time. And so we're close. My mother lives in the state of Florida, which is, of course, far from me. So I don't get to see her too often. But we talk on the phone, quite a bit, almost probably like 3 or 4 times a week we talk on the phone. So a few friends I have, I see on the occasion. But I'm looking more forward to having that special woman. I have always been one because like any friend I have they're either married or they have a girlfriend or something. And so you kind of feel like you're the odd one out. Like I always feel like I'm the one that doesn't have somebody. So I've kind of taken myself back away from it a little bit just because, everybody else is happy and I don't want to be like the only one that doesn't have anybody. So I kind of like, I just do my own thing. But no, I have some friends that, I can call up and talk to and communicate with, or we'll go out, maybe have lunch. But yeah, I'm just a happy guy looking for, that one special woman. And that's why I'm here today. And that's why I'm super excited. I was very excited, like I said, when we were able to talk. And then I was glad we could do it today. Because we have our Christmases on Sunday. So everything's been like super busy getting everything ready. I have my niece and my nephew. My sister lives in Utah. I have one sister. We're not very close, but she lives like all the way across the country, and she's just very different personalities, very different types of people. But her children still live here, and so they're going to be coming over for Christmas this year, and I'll be cooking a nice dinner for us. I'm
Oh,
going to do
you're
my
a good
best.
cooker?
Yeah, I can.
Tommy, you read my thoughts. Yeah, this is also, I said exactly the same. So these are not a hobby. Walking with the dog and watching and looking on the moon, it is not hobbies, guys. No, we like mature men with interests which can show us something interesting, which can create something interesting, which can tell us interesting story from their own experience. This is attractive. So Billy ruining his own impression with his own arms because he just uh, digging himself with all this not interest but tough story, weak sides. Yeah.
Cook, yeah. No,
Or do
I
you like
mean,
it, or it's hobby, or just for eating every day?
no, well, of course, every day I got to cook for myself, but I enjoy it. I like cooking around the holidays. We have Thanksgiving here in America. It's a big holiday. And I cook like a really nice turkey. So like turkey's like I really cook a nice turkey. Um, and with all the trimmings with mashed potatoes and gravy, everything like that. I'm gonna be cooking prime rib. It's kind of like a beef, kind of like, but you slice it up and then cook it under my broiler. It's like a steak a little bit. My daughter's making lasagna, and so it's gonna be a nice little gathering on Sunday. But also again around the holidays for me, it's a festive time, but it's also a lonely time because I'm still by myself. And again, I'm looking forward to sharing everything with a special woman. So having, a woman and having the holidays and New Year's and, bringing in a new year with somebody. And, I look forward to that. And your Ukrainian Christmas is in January, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But in Germany, do they celebrate it on Sunday or is it also in January? I don't recall.
No, they are Catholics, so it will be tomorrow evening.
Yeah, Christmas Eve is tomorrow, and then Christmas Day is on Sunday. Yeah. Do you have any plans for the weekend? You and your friends?
The mother of that guy with whom we live invite all of us to her place. It's somewhere near the Hamburg to celebrate
nice.
Christmas out of big city to see nature.
Yeah.
And,
Well, that's good. Well, at least you're getting a little bit of a different experience, and then so it's kind of like you'll get two Christmases because you have a little Christmas there, and then you can still celebrate your Ukrainian Christmas too.
Yeah, but mostly in my family it was family day Christmas. So most presents and gifts came on New Year Eve, and this is big celebration, like calendar change, the big event. But Christmas is just nice family evening.
Yeah, New Year. The years go by faster and faster. It's crazy how fast everything goes.
Yeah, as older I become, that time run.
Yeah, it does. That's what my mother always told me too. She was like, "Don't get old." Like when I was 16, I wanted to be 18, and then when I was 18, I wanted to be 21. And she's like, "Don't be in such a rush to get old because it goes by fast. Every year goes by faster." And I'm like, I should have listened to her, but we're as young.
You need to have your experience to understand these words.
Yeah, you kind of go through and you're like, oh wow, can't turn back the clock, but you learn from all the experiences. Now I know, and especially since the war and things that I've went through trying to get out of the country, it made me realize that life is way too short, and we have to go for what we want, what we desire, what our heart needs, what our soul needs, and don't take life for granted. Just go for what you want and make every day as special as you possibly can make it, because there's that old saying, people say it a lot, especially nowadays, nobody's promised a tomorrow. They always say, you always hear that, nobody's promised a tomorrow. You never know what's going to happen if you're going to, so live today and make it the best you possibly can. And you look towards the future, and you kind of want your future to go in a certain direction. And that's why I'm looking forward to having a special woman in my life to be able to share every single day and just make it so amazing and just make somebody happy. And, hopefully I can make her happy and she makes me happy every day. And, don't take life for granted. Just, just make incredible. So that's what
Guys, also ask you in your comments who want. Please explain why. Don't you think that they will be a good couple or bad couple? I can see that only 17% of you believe that they can be a good couple. What? Why? What the reason?
I try to do. I try to do now, like helping people, make people smile and happy, people that work for me, and knowing that what I go out and do for my job, I know I'm helping a family or I'm helping somebody's animal get the specimens or the results they need to make sure they're healthy. So that's the type of, just a really loving guy that just I think I'm pretty sincere, very honest. So like that's a good quality.
But you have enough time for traveling, or?
Yeah.
Yes, what? If you guys remember, we did interview with Billy. We already told about all these stories with the these first video calls, Billy and Victoria, Billy and Ekaterina, and we showed already those results. How they explain to matchmaker why they want to stop communication with the Billy. So it is not a secret because we already showed this at our live stream here with Billy. Yeah, so it was before our live stream. Live stream, I guess it was end of January, and this communication, this Zoom call was end of December.
You should be on work.
You know,
and
that's what's nice about my job. That's what's nice about my job. Since I'm kind of like my own boss, I can kind of take off when I want to. So yeah, if I want to travel more, which I want to do.
And Jana, what example that really demand more communication? It was like complaining from a lady to our matchmaker that he was demanding and all the time wanted to receive texts back, that he sent too much messages. It was lady's opinion, and when I can see these videos, I can imagine that it can be true because he liked to talk a lot. He want to share all these details, and I can imagine that he will expect that a lady want to be that talkative and share all this stuff back. So I can imagine this level of communication and his expectations. How many they should talk, how often, how many texts during a day to discuss everything.
I can just do it. Usually when I'm gone, my daughter helps out with the business. She takes over pretty much, and she knows what she
cool.
has to do. And even when I'm away, I'm making money because I have people working for me, so it's kind of nice. So definitely
Yeah,
looking forward to more traveling.
that's
Looking
cool.
like I, yeah. Um, Looking forward to coming to Germany hopefully sometime. Now, if I'm talking to this very sweet, special woman in Germany, I would definitely make a trip to Germany to spend time with her. So just realize if things were to work out between us and we felt like we wanted to spend time together, I would definitely come and spend time with you there. That's not even an issue. Um, that's the main goal is in this process for me, and you can express how you feel, to talk, as much as possible, feel if there's a real connection building between us. You can only build a connection so much by talking on video, but you can see, I love your smile, I love your expressions, and you can see me, and you see if there's a connection, and if that connection feels, if it's building more each time that we communicate. I have no problem coming over there and just making that connection 100%. You build it up, and you can't get to 100% until you're actually physically together in person.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's
you can,
really true because a lot of things are important. How do we feel near with each other physically?
yeah,
And for example, voice, smell, everything. A lot of
yeah, you
things
can
are
get the
important.
whole, yeah, get the closer you are, you can hold hands, you can kiss, you can be, go out on dates. You're more, you're gonna know. You can't, but you build up to that point. Like right now, when I'm looking at you and everything, I get a warm feeling inside me. It feels good. I'm enjoying the conversation. You seem like a
Yeah, it's
very,
easy to talk with you, and I really enjoy. I see that we have the same taste in. For example, I don't like cats. I really like dogs. So for me, it's
yeah,
very. It's nice point that you have dog
yeah.
and you like dogs. Yeah.
I think it's nice that we can have things in common. And if we don't have things in common, I would love, for me personally, I don't want to be with somebody that's exactly like me. I would prefer if we did have some things that you could teach me. Like I'm going to maybe now going to go out and learn how to dance a certain way so that maybe when we're dancing, I can like surprise you maybe one day and I'll show you something. Um, but learning from each other is also very important too. Like you
Yeah.
bring a certain
And Jana, have you asked Billy if he actually demand communication and is he realize it? Yes, of course. I asked Billy. I did this on that live stream, and he said opposite things, and I not able to return to his communication and to check how many messages he actually sent or how many calls he wanted. But I can imagine. So we have lady's opinion and her rejection to continue this communication, and we have Billy's opinion. So. Guys, it is very important to be compatible in that uh, amount of texts and video calls for both people. So sometimes it really can be boring, especially if the man doesn't have interest. Of course, he will try to contact you every free time, which shows your neediness. You're not that interesting, and even when ladies want when they feel some good emotions, good feelings into men, really crushed, believe me guys, it is nice when a lady can miss you a little bit, because if she will be satisfied every minute with your message, with your compliments, with your something good from you, she will lose this mysterious attraction to you. Unfortunately, this is game between a man and a woman, and need to be mysterious from both sides as well to from a man's side. And if you will text her every time, every night, every morning, like it should be from one side, both of people can be okay with that. Maybe on some stages, but at the beginning anyway, need to create some interest in spirit, opinion about yourself. Need to be busy sometimes. We respect men when they are busy, when they build money, when they have some hobbies and busy with some stuff. We respect these things, and man looks more attractive. Billy, for me, he did deny that he was demanding and over communicative with the ladies. It was his answer to me. How was in reality, guys? I don't know. I didn't check his phone. We'll see. We will know maybe next.
Like your culture and your and things around you, you bring to me, and then I bring certain things that are different that you can learn from, and we learn together. And that's the most important thing, is that you're learning together, but also having things in common to and liking each other. That's important. Being able to just, you like each other, you start like, hey, this is somebody I could see, I look forward to talking to you again, to continue to build. And then when you're together in person, you're not meeting a stranger. Like if I come to Germany, by the time we're talking and we've been communicating, it's not like meeting a stranger. It's like you're meeting somebody.
Also, guys, it is very important the meaning of your text, not only how much you text. And sometimes it's really that exciting that you can't control. You keep in messaging during all the day. If you have things to discuss, if it's just destructive messages like "Good morning," "What are your plans?" "How do you feel?" and you can't deliver any interesting story because you don't have anything at your day, anything interesting. If this is just empty destructive questions, it is not interesting, it is not communication. So communication should be mutually exciting from both sides, and ladies should mutually show her interest. I remember on first interview Billy said that then this lady Katerina, she started to skip his messages. She could answer with some delay or answer not to every message. So she skipped one message and answer for every second message. This is a very bad sign for you. It means that lady not interesting to talk to you. It means that the problem lies somewhere in communication. This communication not interesting to respond to every message, to give a quality answer. Or even she can give an answer, but anyway, she will feel irritating about this if this communication not interesting for her. It should be mutually. I need to feel that.
You already know, and you want to be with, you want to spend time with, and that's super important.
Guys, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. We have to finish. I'm sorry.
He's popping in there on us.
Yes, I'm very
Oh, it's really 1 hour already. It was very
Yeah, 1
nice.
hour. Yeah, 1 hour went
yeah,
by super fast.
yeah. Because I have another call. I'm sorry for this. I will give you talk 2 hours just here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need Zoom soon. So
Um,
you
I
decide
de-
how you feel. We can talk to Katya separately. I talk to you, and if
yeah,
you
I
want to
will say that I
communicate, let's
definitely enjoyed this. This is you seem like a very sweet, amazing woman. I see it in your eyes and your smile, so it really warmed me today to be able to, have this conversation with you. And I really hope that, we can talk more. That's how I feel. You can say how you feel. You can tell her how you feel. But definitely, you seem like a very special woman, and I want to thank you for taking time today, to share with me. And
Oh, thank you.
hopefully,
It was nice to meet you. Just to
definitely.
hear to
So
talk with you. Yeah.
yeah, hopefully this is one step in the journey, and I'm looking forward to it. All right. Take care. It was very nice meeting you and talking with you.
Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Yeah, and Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Merry,
Merry Christmas. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. Катечка, спасибо. Bye bye to everybody. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys. So, also, I want present you our last intro of Billy, and you can follow all the story. One moment, please. So you could see all the Zoom interview and understand from the inside how it went and what were the reasons of fail with one lady, with second lady, with third lady. Give your opinion, please, guys.
Hey guys.
Sucked right back in. So that was hard, especially with the first woman, because really my whole 100%. Um, when I would sit and I would start to cry.
Prepare to be awestruck by one man's harrowing journey to find his soulmate in the far-flung reaches of Ukraine in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Taking him over 7,000 miles from home into a hostile war zone where he was bombed, beaten, and kidnapped. Billy Sheffield is a 53-year-old small business owner from Kingston, New York. Despite his Herculean efforts, he has yet to find his soulmate, and his bank account has taken a staggering $43,000 hit to the cause. Yet Billy is absolutely determined that his story, well, it doesn't end until he finds his Ukrainian bride. His spirit remains unbroken as he continues to share his captivating story with us here today. So get ready to be inspired by Billy's tale of unwavering persistence. Now, you can see all episodes series Billy the Kid Dating in Ukraine in the video. Please be sure to like this video if you enjoyed this content and subscribe so you won't miss any upcoming videos in our Billy the Kid Dating in Ukraine series. Listen, we all know, right, talk is cheap, real cheap, especially in the international online dating space, right? So how about I think off the wall? How about I show you rather than tell